Hey everyone, welcome, finally, to the Dark Souls Remastered walkthrough, Lorethrough series. In this series, I'm so excited. I can't believe we finally got to it. We finally got to Dark Souls Remastered. This is, my absolutely second favorite game of the Souls series, of the Souls franchise. And, with this series, I want to kind of go a little slower. We're in a new game. As we create our character here, let's call him, let's see. I'm just gonna say Timber. I have kind of a specific route I'm gonna take, to do all the lore in this game, as much as I can, on the first playthrough right here. I may do a New Game Plus to, get some equipment that we can't get only playing the game once. I'm gonna pick a thief, and he actually has the master key, so we can pick another gift. And this is gonna be more of a dex-oriented, with a little bit of magic and pyro mixed in. And then for the gift, I'm actually going to pick the Old Witch's Ring. A gift from a witch, ancient ring that has no obvious effect. It does, though, and we're gonna get that. And let's see. I do want to change. I want to play as a female. And then we'll do a average physique, face. Who cares, right? Let's go her, Delta Farmer. Let's do... Still didn't like, let's make a redhead, right? Let's make a redhead. It's our ninja right here. With this playthrough, I really want to take my time with it and try to get all the lore, and then probably talk more about the cut content also in the game as we go through it. There's some really interesting cut content from the Design Works book that I have, and just researching the internet, which is really, really cool. And we'll get to those as we go, you know, because this is really the game that I actually care most about in the lore, this and Demon Souls, because in Dark Souls 2, they didn't muck it up, but it's different. They made it different. And in Dark Souls 3, they mucked it up and tried to bring everything together, and it didn't work. Let's listen to this.
In the age of ancients,
very important intro.
The world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. The first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights.
So cool, man. Those knights are so metal.
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
Lot to unpack there in that opening cinematic. Lot to unpack, and we'll talk more about it as we go through. Right now, we're actually waking up in a dungeon, right?
Yes, indeed. The dark side brands the undead.
That's us.
And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
So are we going to extinguish the flame, or rekindle it in the Age of Fire? I thought they did actually a really good job on this remaster. It actually looks really great on the PS4 Pro. A knight. Right there. Oscar of Astora has dropped us body with a key. The Northern Undead Asylum, and we take the dungeon cell key. Key to the dungeon in the Undead Asylum to the north. A mysterious knight, without saying a word, shoved a corpse down into the cell, and its person was this key. Who was this knight, and what is his purpose? There may be no answers, but one must still forge ahead, and forge ahead we will. And then this is, because you picked the thief, this is kind of, you get two gifts. You get the master key, which is really, really useful, and then you get to pick a gift. But this universal key opens any basic lock, tools of trade for the thief, but in the cursed land, the undead, most doors are better left unopened. We also have the dark sign. The dark sign signifies an accursed undead. Those branded with it are reborn after death, but one day will lose their mind and go hollow. So we will lose our mind and go hollow one day. Death triggers the dark sign, which returns its bearer to the last bonfire rested, but at the cost of all humanity and souls. Black separation crystal. This black separation crystal long of symbol of the farewells granted to the banished undead. The crystal sends phantoms back to their homes or sends you back to yours. Beware of fickle use of this item intended to nurture relations. So this kind of talks about the teleportation kind of between worlds and time travel, and this is kind of the little bit of lore you get on that. The hilt of this lost sword found in a discarded undead assignment, only better than one's bare hands, but not recommended for extensive use. Be certain to find a replacement quickly. And we will. The old witch's ring. Old ring from an old witch engraved minutely with an indecipherable script but seemingly useless. We picked this gift so we can get some lore, and we'll actually use it. This armor made of smooth black leather is extremely quiet and good for those who hide in the shadows. This leather itself is thick, offering decent level of protection. Love the thief set, especially on a female, because she gets the wrap on the face instead of the hood. If you're playing as a male thief, you get the hood. So you can kill these hollows right here, these mad hollows. And look at this guy. This is such a great detail because we're actually not going to fight him now. We're going to fight another Stray Demon as the first boss of this game as a test. But we get to come back later and fight this guy. So cool. First, let me remap these buttons. Let's see. Why can't I? Oh, I can't do it. Okay, never mind. I thought I could have remapped it. But I'll just live with it. It's fine. So we're gonna get out of here. Light this bonfire. Rest at it. We really don't have our Estus Flask yet. We will soon. So we go through here and we're going to run immediately to the right. Because a Stray Demon will pop up from the top right there. Check that out. Check that out. You see him right there. You know, when I first played this game, I had no idea. And then you run through here. You're not meant to fight him. You can beat him. It's going to take a long time, though, to chip at him with this. So, let's light this bonfire down here and keep continuing on. Let's see if we can find a better weapon. For this playthrough, I think I'm going to do a target shield. Let's equip that. Love the target shield. Small round metal shield for 4 protrusions used to parry attacks. Small shields are always less stable, but landing critical hits after a parry is easier. The shield specialized for parrying. It is one of my favorite parrying shields. This guy's scripted to run away so you can get the bandit knife. This wide, single-edged short sword is a favorite of lowly thieves and bandits, primarily slicing weapon, but highly effective when used against critical hits, such as after parrying or from stabbing from behind. Oh, got me. Really fast, has really good critical, and causes bleed, which actually the Stray Demon is weak to. See, the knight that dropped us the key is actually dying in that cell. He's going to give us a very important item after that boulder breaks through. So, let's open the shortcut down here first. Shortcut back to the original bonfire. And then this is going to be a trap that we're going to have to roll off of. You see the boulder coming? And now, crush that. And now we can talk to Oscar Ostora.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Absolutely.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the Undead Asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this.
Undead Asylum East Key.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now. And thank you.
Told us he'd hate to harm us after death, because after he dies, he will go hollow and mad.
Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death.
Actually, we come back and we can fight him and
So
get that
now.
shield that he has right
And
there,
thank
which is
you.
actually a really awesome shield. It's got an awesome armor set. So let's check out the glorious sunny delight that he gave us. The undead treasure of these dull green flasks. Fill the Estus of Bonfire refills HP. The Estus flasks are linked to the Fire Keepers. The Dark Tales also make a reference. An emerald flask from the Keeper's soul. She lives to protect the flame and dies to protect it further. We're actually going to meet a Fire Keeper really soon. Really interesting little bit of lore there. And as we leave, you hear the animation of him dying. And we actually get 100 souls for his death. We just used the other key that he gave us, so let's take a look at that one. Key to the iron bars on the east side of the second floor of the North Undead Asylum. The Undead Asylum is a giant undead prison segmented by countless iron bars. Even if an undead were to escape from a cell passage, the outside world would not be easily gained. Very true, because there's a test to be able to get to the outside world and further journey as our pilgrim to Lorethrough. Come on, I want to practice my parries. Come on. Wow. Do it again. There you go. 232 on the crit. Gotta practice my parrying, because I really want to parry a lot in this playthrough. That's good. 204. And you can hear that silent down. We cannot open this yet. This should be a hint that we can actually come back here and open that later. Tutorial. I'm gonna try to do a... So, pressing up slightly in an R2, you do a plunging attack. I think it still works even with the Remastered. We're gonna actually... We can damage him with a plunging attack. We can do that, and then quickly mash R1 to be able to get another attack on him, double damage. So we're gonna try that. I think you can still do it. Oh no, they patched it. Oh wow. So I prefer not to lock on here. And he's super susceptible to bleed. Oh, got me. Look at that bleed damage taking effect. That's why it's so awesome. Get the big Pilgrim's Key after we defeat him. And the humanity. Let's take a look at the key. Key to the inner door of the Undead Asylum main hall. Big key belongs to a chosen undead pilgrim, but this chosen undead knows not what this pilgrimage has in store. Rare tiny black sprite found on human corpses, used to gain 1 humanity and restore a large amount of HP. The black sprite is called humanity, but little is known about the true nature. If the soul is a source for all of life, what distinguishes the humanity we hold within ourselves? We'll talk more about humanity in a little bit. Use the big pilgrim's key. Big pilgrim's key, excuse me, to open the gate. And over here, actually, to the right, we'll actually visit him later, but Snuggly the Crow right there. You can trade items to, just like in Demon's Souls and the rest of the Souls games. If he waited there, he'll talk to you and say, give me smooth soft. But right now we're going to venture on forward to Firelink Shrine, go to Lorethrough. Take us away.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
We are the chosen undead.
To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage.
This is our pilgrimage.
To the land of the ancient lords.
So that stray demon actually served as, I think, as a test to be able to grant passage if you defeat him to go to Lorethrough and fulfill your destiny. Either extinguishing the fire or kindle. God, this is so cool. This is like one of the coolest areas. And level up and kindle up bonfires. So now we can actually rest here. And I will level up in a little bit, but we have 10 Estus Flasks. So anywhere there is a Firekeeper, you will get 10 Estus Flasks. There is a Firekeeper right below us. Imprisoned, and I believe imprisoned herself. So let's talk to this guy.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no celebration here. You'd have done better to rot in the Undead Asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the Undead Church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead? Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. I don't know. Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
He told us our main objective right now of the game. Ring 2 bells. One in Blighttown below, or one above. We're gonna go above, because below it's gonna be really hard right now.
Ooh, what? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collected bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
So that's a little more on humanity, on how you would obtain it. Find it on corpses, which we will in a minute. Or killing someone like him, an NPC, to get humanity.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it. What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the Undead Church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the Undead Burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the Undead Burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
No kidding. Blighttown is the worst. So he tells us how we get to, and kind of gives us a hint. Don't go to Blighttown yet. Go to the Undead Burg.
Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions. What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone. What now? I'm not...
And he's done. So actually, there's a lot to do in Firelink Shrine. That's one NPC, the first one we encounter. Come here and we get 3 more humanity on this corpse in the well. You can actually jump down in that well and actually die. First, we're actually going to go down here and see that a firekeeper is imprisoned. And I believe she's imprisoned herself right there. That's actually the firekeeper in the cutscene, bringing a knight to life, bringing you to life, basically. She cannot speak. You can reinforce your Estus stats. With the Firekeeper soul, we'll get one a little later. You can actually go down and get one now. It's a suicide run, but... And we might do it. We might do it as a part of our run. But first, let's talk to Petrus.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Thoroland. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible. Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Copper coin.
Oh my, you again. Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes, it would.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
We can join our first covenant right here in the Way of Light.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
We can learn a gesture, shrug from him. We can also purchase some items, some miracles that he sells. Great Miracle cast by the Advanced Clerics restores high HP. Great Heal excerpt borrows from only several verses of Great Heal. As a result, it can only be cast a stark few times. Great Miracle cast by Advanced Clerics. Return to the last bonfire rested at. Would normally link to one's homeland, only this cursed undead has distorted its power, redirecting casters to a bonfire, perhaps undead. For undead, this serves as home. This quickly acting miracle inflicts no damage but propels foes back and defends against arrows. Cleric knights use this miracle when charging into enemy mobs. Guidance facilitates communication between undead, but their true value greatly a balance of faith and wisdom is required. You can get the Thorland Talisman or a regular Talisman. So, medium for casting miracles of the gods. Standard Talisman issued to common believers. Equip Talisman to cast miracles. Attune miracles from skull at the bonfire. Most miracles have limited number of uses. Medium for casting miracles of the gods. This talisman is only granted to high-ranking Thorland clerics and has a high miracle adjustment, which, thanks to divine protection, is not dependent upon faith. So what can we learn from Petrus?
My companions
He's not
are Milady
as who he seems.
and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm. An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you.
Yet.
But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Show your dedication, 500 souls? Why not?
Very well. I can surely tell you, of all people, undead clerics are given a mission to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires with humanity. Through kindling, we shall one day be granted magnificent powers.
So he's telling us how to kindle a bonfire.
Very well.
And she is
I
on
can
the journey.
surely tell you, of all people, undead clerics are given a mission.
She's seeking to
Kindling is the
kindle.
art of feeding through kindling. Come again. The effectiveness of the teachings depend upon your
Dude
faith.
robbed us of 500 souls, but that's okay. I can actually go down, and I think I will. First, I want to get all the items in this area. There's actually a lot of items you can get. This firebomb. Bisque urn filled with black powder explodes when inflicting fire damage. Relatively powerful ranged weapon, especially in situations calling for fire damage. A very precious item at low levels. Many warriors use these to augment strategic repertoire. He also gave us a copper coin. Coin made of copper. Its face shows Old Man McLoif, god of medicine and drink. This is one of the gods of Dark Souls. Even coins of great value in the world of men have little value in Lordran, where the accepted currency is souls. So he basically gave us a coin that's worth nothing. It will be worth something later. Those who dream of returning to the outside world are fond of carrying these around. So Petrus isn't as he seems. We'll talk more about him as his companions will show up, and you're going to see Lady Rhea actually show up. We're going to go here. You can actually hear the snoring, almost breathing, of a serpent that's actually down there. This statue is awesome. I always thought it was Gwyn's wife holding the firstborn son, but people in the community have said it's possibly Gwyn's mother holding Gwyn. And in early concept, I think there's actually concept drawing on the internet, so Google it. Andre, the blacksmith, was actually had a much more major role in the story, and he's supposed to move this when you get the Lord vessel. You're supposed to come to him. He's actually supposed to be here, and he moves this to reveal. You can see it's actually a doorway here. He moves this to get to the kiln, where Gwyn is, where you have to go off the Lord vessel. So that's really cool. I really wish they kept that idea, because Andre is kind of just the blacksmith in the game. And that's it. So here, we're going to go here. Get this first. Soul of the Lost Undead. And go get that. I think later. Just gonna go do that. Now. Oh, get it. That's okay. Meant to go down here anyway. We're gonna go down here. Oh no, that's not where I wanted to go. Shoot. I'm gonna try that jump again. Oh, I screwed that up again. I keep forgetting it's not art. I'm gonna mess up these jumps, man. I'm going to mess up these jumps. That's what I wanted to do. Let me try that one more time. There you go. Soul of the Lost Undead. Let's heal up. Read the soul item. There's still stuff to do. Picked up 2 of these. Soul of the Lost Undead, who is long ago gone hollow. Used to acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life, whether undead or even hollow. One continues to seek them. There's more items to get, believe it or not, in this area. It's really cool. A couple of weapons. And a weapon I think I'm going to use through the playthrough, actually, the winged spear. We go here and we see this elevator. He told us that this lift is broken. And you have to activate it. You can actually jump down here and go below Firelink Shrine even more. and get access to a bunch of chests. Homeward Bone. Awesome item. Morning Star and a Talisman. So you don't have to buy a Talisman from him. You can get one right here if you want to try to do a faith-based build. Cracked Red Eye Orb. And then we go this way. Get one more chest before we go down there. Let's read. You can see a bunch of skeletons. People have died there. We gotta be quick about this. And Lloyd's Talisman. 4 of them. Talisman utilized by all Father Lloyd's Cleric Knights to hunt down the undead, blocks of Estus recovery within a limited area. In the outside world, the undead are accursed creatures, and Lloyd's Cleric Knights are widely praised for their undead hunts. Its blessed talisman blocks undead recovery, allowing the knights to fight with impunity. Bone fragment reduced to a white ash. Return the last bonfire used for resting. Bonfires are fueled by the bones of their undead. In rare cases, strong urge of their previous owner used to seek bonfire and chance their bones with homeward instinct. Hammer's Shark Spike Pummel, one of the more barbaric cleric weapons. Uniquely, this hammer inflicts thrust damage and causes bleeding. Really good weapon, actually. And we've already read the lore on the Talisman. So, oh, and then we actually did not read the correct priority. Online play item, invade another world. Hollows cannot use this item. Defeat the master of your world you have invaded to acquire humanity. The Cracked Red Eye Orb allows players to temporarily imitate the ability normally limited to the Dark Wraiths of Cath. Dark Wraiths of Cath, we'll talk about that a little later. But right now, there's a ton of items to get here. So we're gonna run. Read the items later. The winged spear. Yes, got it. Okay. I think there's one more item, but that's really what we wanted. So hopefully we can get them to stop following us. We can run to the bonfire and reset. Sweet. And they've gone back. Okay. Let's read what we got. Really cool sword. The Zweihander. One of the gigantic straight swords. As the name suggests, the Zweihander held him with 2 hands, but his wielder must still be inhumanely strong. Its great weight sends foes flying when solidly hit. And then winged spear. This is what I'm going to use. Along with the bandit knife. A long-hilted spear with barbed point long reach can be used to shield up, effective against hard exteriors and hits for high damage, but right moment of an enemy's swing. But the hit radius is small, and it's easily blocked by shields. I don't think we can use it right now. We have to level up. We're gonna need 13. We have the dex for it, though. But we can, notice we can two-hand it. So let's level up. 2 more to one-hand. I'm going to be primarily two-handing it. And now it's a little late. We stopped fast rolling, so... You also get the I forgot... oh, the old Witch's Ring is equipped. So I'm actually going to unequip because it does nothing for us right now. And before we go on, let me move that. Still? Wow. I'm just going to use the bandit knife. For now, until I can get my strength higher and my endurance higher. So we're actually going to go down below. Since we have the Master's Key, we can open a door. We won't go through it. But I'm going to go get a Firekeeper's Soul for lore, since we can get it right now, and talk to actually another NPC. This is going to be a suicide run. I have no intentions of getting these 300 souls back. So you can actually take this lift below. This lift is not broken. Since we have the master key, we can actually go this way and open up the door to Blighttown. But I'm not interested in doing that right now. Soul of a Nameless Soldier. Soul of a nameless undead soldier who has long ago gone hollow, used to acquire souls. Souls are the source of all life. We've already read that, but just wanted to read that a little more. These guys won't aggro you. This is the new Londo Ruins. Going through here, opening that door right here will actually let you use the master key, turn around here and get a large soul, and you can go through and you actually go to Blighttown from there. No thank you, not yet. And then going down here, be careful not to step off, we see an imprisoned sorcerer.
This is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't cry. I'm Ricky of Vinheim. I was once an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it? What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. Can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made you the best in Vinheim.
So he's actually our first blacksmith. He actually can sell some magic for us, if we wanted. Soul sorcery, emphasizing the power of fire heavy soul arrow. More powerful, but more slower sorcery, difficult to use due to cooldown and limitation of number of casting. Soul arrow. Soul use of inflict damage, making them effective against iron armor, tough scales, and physically resilient materials. Sorcerer's Catalyst. Sorcery Catalyst of the used with sorcerers of Vinheim Dragon School. We'll learn more about the Vinheim Dragon School in a little bit. Equip Catalyst to use sorceries, attuned sorceries from Scroll and Bonfire, or sorceries have limited notes.
What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about? What is it? There's nothing to... We're both cursed. Come back soon. Smithing helps soothe my nerves. Don't let me wither away out of idleness.
He can upgrade and repair our weapon. So you get a blacksmith early in the game if you come down here. Now going this way, this is actually 2 new Londo Ruins. It's a very hard area right now to try to get through. I don't recommend it, but we're going to do this run. I'm going to get this item first. Transient Curse. This is essential for this area. We're not going to use it, but limb of the victim of a curse. Temporarily curse allows engagement with ghosts. Only way to fight back against ghosts or those who curse is become cursed oneself. The safest method, however, is dreadful to cut off an arm with the dead. So this is like a person's dead arm that you can equip. Use it. It'll apply this buff to your weapon that'll let you fight ghosts. So creepy and cool. So if I get this, I don't know if I'm going to come back and try again, but I'll try. I already went the wrong way. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh no. I already went the wrong way. Oh man, it's already been foiled. Like I said, this is going to be a longer, slower series. So I apologize that this is going to be... This is already 45 minutes, but I'm going to go do that again. Not that long of a rundown. Oh my gosh, guys. I knew that would happen. I knew if I just turned around, like, oh gosh, I always do this. I always do this. I didn't even intentionally mean to be an idiot and die like there. I plan on dying from to the ghost trying to get the Firekeeper soul. I I want it for the lore, man. The lore. The lore. Frustrated, guys. Frustrated. 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 At myself. It's nice that it puts your souls all the way back there, so we can come back and get it, and I may come back and get it off screen after I die, but I don't think I will. It's really just a waste of time. 300 souls is just nothing right now. Got it. Don't care. Don't care. I killed myself before you could kill me. We got a Firekeeper soul. We got our first Firekeeper soul. It's really going to help out. I mean, if you can make that run, notice that you have to make that run, and it's a really skinny edge, and you got to get past the ghost, but this is really cool. Do not consume it. Soul of a lost Firekeeper. Each Firekeeper is corporeal manifestation of her bonfire and a draw for the humanity which is offered to her. Her soul, gnawed by infinite humanity, and can boost the power of a precious Estus flask. Can be used to gain humanity and restore HP at the cost of losing the Firekeeper's soul to reinforce the Estus flask. So, using a Firekeeper's soul, you can reinforce the Estus flask, and that body that we got it off of was a female and was a Firekeeper in New Londo. We'll talk about more about that. Was she tending to a fire down there? Because there is no, so we can reinforce right here. Estus flask reinforced. There is actually a quest line that we're going to be doing with her later. But yeah, I mean, was there in the New Londo Ruins? Was there a bonfire there? Because there isn't one, and when we travel to that area and go through it, we'll discover that. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I can't wait for episode 2. We're going to Undead Burg. Let's do an emote.